Welcome back to part 3 of our resume tutorial. We are going to go ahead and wrap up this resume with our reference page, then we're going to do some light editing and then talk about some final tips. So we had our main page, we've got our reference page, and we could just start typing out references here, but things are going to look a lot better if we go ahead and take our heading from page 1 and use it at the top of page 2. Now here's what I'm going to go ahead and guess, just based upon my extensive experience in Microsoft Word, is that this is going to be a formatting nightmare when we copy and paste it down there. Let's find out. Here we go. We'll make sure we're on the top line, and will I be lucky or no? Bullet insanity everywhere. It's okay. We're going to stay calm. We're going to go ahead and get rid of some of those excess bullets, and I bet we can still make things look sharp. We're going to go ahead and center our name again. Why is this bullet here? I have no idea. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. I just don't know what it is, and I don't care to go ahead and learn. I'm just going to work through it right now. Lazy, I guess. Okay, reference time. I think I'll put a heading. Not completely necessary. Page is going to be kind of obvious why it's there, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything either. I'm going to go ahead and crank this up. 14 point. Underline it. I'm going to turn my underlining off and space down. So who should my references be? Well, you want 3 to 5 references total. We're going to do 3 today, and they better have supervisors within them. You don't just want colleagues here. You want people that have actually been in charge of you. A colleague would be okay, but don't skimp on the supervisors. So let's go ahead and have Victoria Edwards here, and we're going to say that she is a principal from one of the schools that we worked at. Having some spelling issues. Principal at Adams Elementary School. What else do we want to know about Victoria? Well, potential employers probably want to know where her school is at so they can get a feel for that. We'll get our address from earlier in here. That's Adams Elementary School in Yorkington. The phone number. I like to do reference checks on a lot of candidates by phone, so I want to be able to contact the people, and definitely an email address as well, so vedwards@email.com. Now, there's one. Kill that hyperlink, take a couple spaces down, and we're going to go and insert our other 2 as well. Okay, our first reference is in, and I think the only other thing I want to do with that is to bold the name just so it stands out a touch better. And what else? We need 3 to 5 references is what we decided. For the sake of brevity, I'm just going to go ahead and paste in a couple more here, and you'll see that I picked a cooperating teacher. That was the teacher that John was working under over at Jefferson, and another principal that he worked for as well. So good supervisory type positions. With those in, the next step that we're going to do is we are going to edit our document, and I'll guarantee you that there are mistakes within this one. Let's see some things that stand out. Okay, first off, here's one right away. I didn't get enough digits into John's phone number. That would be helpful. And if I did it in this heading, you know it's in that heading I copied over as well. There we go. What else do we have? Well, some things that I know that I want to look at is when I'm looking here on these lines, I've got some of the names and words, just period, some of the words capitalized while some aren't. And I want to make sure that there's some degree of consistency there. So I'd probably go back and take a closer look. I also see little errors like Washing Elementary School. I don't think it's Washing. That's supposed to be Washington. The point that I'm trying to make here is you have to go back and read and reread and reread your resume. You need other people to look at it. You've got to take a good close look. What looks better? I've got this currently in the heading in Garamond, but we switched back to Cambria when we came back to the body. Would it look better if it was consistent throughout? It's okay to use 2 fonts. I wouldn't recommend using more than that, but which one looks better? You've got to kind of toy with it and find out for yourself. So lots of things to consider. This resume is not error-proof. I would guarantee it. It can be with some work, but it's not there yet. So what we want to do when we do find all of the errors and get everything just like we want, you've been saving throughout, but for your very final draft, when you're ready to send it to employers, you're going to come and you're going to save as but you're not going to save it as a Word document. What you want to do at this point, when it's the final, is that you want to come down and save it as a PDF. Why? Because when you send somebody a Word document, if they have a different version of Word than you do, it might look different. The spacing might be different. It might take up more pages than you had anticipated. So go ahead and save as a PDF when you're sure you've got it just like you like it. And I am going to go ahead and proofread this one later on, so when I load it up to the website, it's ready for you and is error-free. So with our resume all the way done, what else can we go ahead and do? One good starting place would be to go ahead and hop over to our website at nelb.info, and there's going to be plenty of resources here for you to go ahead and check and make sure that there's nothing else that needs fine-tuned. So in addition to a discussion board, an opportunity to buy the book, places to email us, some fun activities, a chat room, you can come in here to resources and go ahead and get some other things like our resume rubric, which has a great chance for you to look through and make sure there's nothing you missed on your resume. And also, in addition to cover letters, the largest question of interview questions you're going to find anywhere, and other items, we have some sample resumes. You can come on in here and download one. You can have a great starting point. Here's the one that we've been working with today. You can grab others that might be more fitting for you, and you can modify them as you see fit. And if we back up one step, we'll see that there's also things like our synonym selector, which is just a resume thesaurus, and other items as well. So go ahead, hop online, check it out, and see what you can find. Thanks for coming for part 3 of the resume tutorial today. Hope it helped, and if you need anything else from us, please go ahead and get in touch through the comments section or by email.